That's it.
Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, celebrating 15 years of bringing comfort to you. Dealing realty, call RJ Kielty, they'll get your system working to cool you down. And if fixing a leak is what you seek, RJ Kielty service is the best around. RJ Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, over 50 years of bringing comfort to you.
All right, welcome to Kielty's Corner, RJ Kielty Studio here. We have Brooke and we have RJ, RJ Kielty, but we have another RJ here. So we have Destiny right here.
Destiny is in the making.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on. So we talked a little bit before, and RJ, he literally started from the bottom, worked his way all the way up. Been working with RedTree and Luke Brothers for over 10 years. He's, I'm sure, known Dave and Pete. You know what I mean? Just absolutely amazing people.
Tremendous.
I'll tell a little story about them in a little bit. We got Brooke here. I'm just going to give a little bio about RedTree.
Yeah, so RJ's been with them. He's now an account manager. He runs anywhere from Crystal River to South St. Pete, and in his free time, he loves sports, anything outdoors, and cooking. So yeah.
Oh, awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, pretty much. I love to cook. I love to put a smile on people's faces, whenever they eat. So that's always a good thing.
Yeah, we want to hear your journey, but maybe talk a little bit about cooking first.
Well, I love to cook on the smoker. That's my me time. That's where I go out there and I just, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. It's just me by myself, just in my thoughts and just clearing my mind.
Yeah, I can't beat that, and good food after it.
And it's a beautiful weather to do it too. So
do you do that like overnight thing where you start on the smoker at like 2 a.m. or whatever crazy stuff is?
No, like if I do a brisket, like I'll cook for like 10, 11 hours. I'll start at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah,
and they'll be done by dinner time, but it takes a while.
Yeah, people are so regimented on that stuff. I'm not.
It's crazy. It's crazy. There's a lot that goes into it. A lot of people don't realize like how much actually goes into prepping and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I heard it's the prepping and then the temperature control and making sure that everything's even.
You got to level it out. You got to make sure you put the right amount of wood in there. You don't want to burn too fast because then it'll dry it out. You just want to just cook it at a steady temperature and it'll just be delicious when it's done. So.
Yeah, oh man, we have to invite me over for that. Should have brought some here. We could have been like the
I should have.
Yeah, what do they do at Thanksgiving? They got the turkey and all that, and some of the NFL games.
And the taste. You gotta do the taste test.
We wouldn't have been talking too much, but
oh man. Next time.
Next time. Let me hear the journey. So you have a pretty cool journey. You literally started from the absolute bottom. So
yeah, I actually
take your time and how you went up the different rungs.
Yeah, I actually met them about 10, 11 years ago. And I asked them if I could have a job. They gave me a job. I started as a groundsman, like pushing the edger, weed eater, worked my way up, became a lead, a crew chief, proved myself, showed what I can do, and worked my way up, and they promoted me to an account manager. So now I oversee 9 to 10 properties, anywhere from South St. Pete to Crystal River. I have on-site properties where I have guys that just stay at that one property. And
oh, really? So you got guys that pretty much all day long, all week long,
just at one property.
They got these big HOAs or whatever. They
big
just
HOAs and CDDs.
Yeah.
One of them that I have guys that is called Bexley CDD. It's on 54, and
that's a monster. We've done a lot of new construction in there throughout the years.
But my guys, they do a great job. They work really hard. And everybody in the company, they work really hard. We have roughly about 150 employees. And we stretch anywhere, we go anywhere from Ocala to Sarasota and anywhere in between. So we just have a great group of guys. We've had guys that have been working with the company for 25 years.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to the owners as to how great of people that they are, and they're a family owned business, family first. They take care of their people.
Yeah.
And that's all you can ask for. So
Yeah, we were talking about this a little bit before. They will have Christmas parties or just
Yeah.
at random times, people, will come cook for you
Yeah.
guys,
Yep.
whether it's a safety meeting or whatever,
Yep.
and bring a DJ out there, which I found out works for you guys. And
Yeah.
shout out, sounds like a really good guy.
Yeah. A lot of times, in the afternoons, they'll bring in like the hot dog truck,
Yeah.
and they pay for all that. Like
Mhm.
we just go and just eat. Or they'll bring in. I know they have bought in barbers before to cut
Mhm.
people's hairs and stuff, and
That's amazing.
they don't charge anybody. They're a very family owned, family first type business, and I couldn't ask for better people to work for.
Nah, and I don't think I've known. So little story. I'll let. Sometimes I don't let Brick answer questions, but really cool story. And I don't know. This was actually during the hub. This was one of the first probably month or year or whatever. I seen Dave again. So, and I was talking to him. I'm not sure if it was Dave or Pete, but when I was in high school, I went to River Ridge,
Okay.
and we had a club called Future Business Leaders of America, and we had gone somewhere to one of the parks or whatever, and they had brought in, from other schools, other people from the Future Business Leaders of
Mhm.
America, and that was when they were Luke brothers, right?
Right.
And I mean, just even at that point, which was, I don't even know, over 20 years ago now, um, how inspirational they were, at that point,
Very.
talking about their journey, where they started from,
Mhm.
how they got to where they are. I remember Luke
Yeah.
Brothers just growing up, and you just, those white and red, just everywhere. You know what
Everywhere.
I mean?
Yeah.
Everywhere. They just kind of took over. So you know that they're good people and they take care of their people to be able to grow like that.
Yeah.
Um, but that was so important to me and to really anybody else there. So you could shape somebody's life
Mhm.
at that young of an age
Correct.
of how to do it the right way.
You're
So
right. And like Pete and Dave, like their backstory, they started about 40 years ago, and they would actually go around and find lawnmowers that were broken, like people had thrown out, and they would repair them. And that's how they would go and start their business in mowing their grass and stuff.
Mhm.
So they actually started from the bottom up. Like they
Yeah,
didn't have
they actually were on the lawnmowers, right?
they would
Going
actually
out getting jobs
yeah,
themselves.
exactly,
You know?
exactly. And now, we have a fleet. We
Yeah.
have, like I said, 150 employees. We do everything from irrigation to tree work. We have certified arborists that
Mhm.
that work for us. Um, Landscaping, install work. Like right now in Ocala, we're doing a whole community, like a whole subdivision,
Mhm.
and we're doing all the install work and everything
Oh,
there.
so yeah, that's really cool. So, a lot of times it's kind of two separate entities,
Yep,
right?
yep,
But you guys are going there doing the new construction, doing all. You guys do
mhm,
irrigation, everything too.
yep.
Run
And
that,
then
yeah,
hopefully, uh, get the property itself and
yeah.
maintain the property, which
I
is
think that's the key because if you're doing a good job, I mean, we have
mhm,
different industries, but we have the same business plan. We want to
correct.
go in there, do a good job, do
Yep,
on new construction, put their plumbing in correctly, put their HVAC in
yep,
correctly, install their electric correctly, do a good job. If there's a problem, be there to service it,
correct.
and then just take care of them because, I just care. Even if we lose money on a job, I honestly don't care because the
It's all
lifetime
about your
value of
reputation, though.
somebody,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's what
Like,
I'm saying. The lifetime value of that person's gonna hopefully
yep,
refer you. Just do a good job, and
yep.
everything else is easy. You
That's
know.
it. And like they're really big in the community, RedTree is.
Hmm.
Um, for instance, like at Christmas times in some of our communities, we actually have fire trucks that we have at the shop
Yep.
that are old, like
Yep.
really old ones. And we actually do parades for Christmas
Hmm.
through these communities with Santa Claus on the
Yep.
back of the fire truck or
Yep.
Mrs. Claus or
Hmm.
whatnot. And the kids and it just the kids love it. And it's just a great way for us to give back to the community in regard to making, just putting smiles on people's
Hmm.
faces, and just the reputation alone is worth a million words. Just
So again, a little shout out to Dave. Dave always comes to, if I ask him, he always comes to our breast cancer event.
mm-hmm.
He brings his fire truck here. It's the star of the show. All the
Yep,
kids want to be on it and
yep,
grabbing it. He don't care, you know. And he puts again. You could tell a genuine person, and that's exactly what he wants to do. Is he doesn't care what he gets from it.
nope,
And honestly, doing HOA work, he may not, probably, most likely, won't get anything from it, but he really, really cares, and the community sees it, and then your team, the employees, and everybody else sees it because
Yeah,
that's who they want to work for.
and we volunteer our services for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't get paid extra
No, you
to
don't.
go to these. Like for instance, I went to a community for Christmas, and they had a Christmas light uh contest, and we went and judged it and everything.
Oh, really?
And the first place recipient got $100 gift card.
Yeah.
The second place recipient got a $50 gift card. So people were really happy, and they were like, "We're gonna give you this," and they were like, "What? We won $100? Yeah." So, and it just puts a smile on people's faces, and that's what it's all about.
I used to live in the verandas, and I know you guys do in the verandas,
Yep.
yeah, every year. So that's
Mhm.
really, really cool. People all want to come out and
Yeah.
say hi and
Yeah.
wave, and
they bring out their golf carts and they put the lights on,
Mhm.
try to make a little.
yeah, a little parade and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
honestly everything else. Yeah, businesses you have to at least break even or whatever to keep going. But if you
Correct.
do all the right stuff like that, it's
Yeah.
more to life than just
For sure.
a bunch of money. Oh, we got some questions here. Uh-oh. Can you read it or you want me to read it?
I'll read it. Okay, so first one is from Regan Weiss. He said, "There's nothing I'm asking for here. I just want to say something that needs to be said. Pete and Dave have been nothing but phenomenal for this community. Every single time someone needs something, they're there. And what I respect the most is they don't do it for attention. They don't make noise. They don't need a spotlight. They just step up quietly and they handle it. That's real character. That's real leadership. That's the kind of people you want in your corner and the kind of people you want your kids watching. Our community is better because of men like them, plain and simple. If you know them, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. Just wanted to make sure it was said out loud. Respect."
All I can say to that is amen.
Amen.
That's a true statement right there.
Amen.
So
If more business owners were like them,
Yep.
genuine like them, taking care of their people like them, everybody would be
it's
wildly successful.
It's a testament because I've been there for 10, 11 years, whatnot, and there's people that have been there for 15, like I said, 20, 25 years. And if you're not a good boss or a good people, you're not going to be able to. You're going to have steadily turnover, and we don't have that. We don't have that at our company. We have a solid group.
People don't want to leave,
No, yeah, they don't. They really don't because they're family first, and I mean it's about the business side of it also.
Yeah,
but
you got to do a good job.
Yeah.
You got to have.
You got to take care of your
communication.
people because your people are really the ones that take care of you in an aspect of it. Yes, they're working for you, but at the same time, they're the ones that's out there doing the work to produce what you need.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they have the vision.
Yeah,
they
have the vision, and then we have the labor to go out
to
there
make
and
the
do
vision
it.
happen.
Yeah, to make it happen.
Yeah, yeah. That's
and
again,
our work speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you guys. Again, you talk about turnover of employees. I'm sure HOAs. Well, I hear a lot, of HOAs and turnover of different, vendors and stuff coming through there. But I don't. At least I've personally never heard you guys really don't get really fired from anything because you do a good job.
Don't.
Yeah,
We really don't. I mean, we're a very hands-on company.
Yeah.
Like if a customer has a complaint or something wrong, we try to jump on that as soon as possible. We have a service desk that has a live person that if anybody in any of our communities has a problem, they can always contact, and we get to relay the message, and we get right on it. So we believe in being thorough and efficient, and being very hands-on with everything that we do.
Goes to show you could have a company that cares about their employees, that does the right thing and does a good job. It's it's not two separate things.
Yeah, no, it's all one. It's all It's all got to be one unit. You can't have this side going up against this side. It all has to be collectively together.
Yeah.
If not, it's just not going to work.
Because some companies want to beat up their employees to try to make more money.
Correct.
That's their business plan, and
that's
not good for long longevity. So
right.
And then Johnny Ray said, "I've been around in the area for over 40 years. Growing up at Gold Glory Custom Jewelry Store, and the Kielty name has always been highly regarded. One of the Kielty owners back in the day was good customers with my dad, Carmen. Cool to see it still going and better than ever. Daniel Flowers.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing?
Said,
Johnny's a good guy. They've run a really, really good business too. Been in here forever.
and then Daniel Flowers said RedTree. Lindsay Williams said hi. And Kirkland Jack said RedTree is a great company. Dave sends his trucks to us for his batteries. Glad we can work together.
Hashtag mom
Awesome.
and pop support small business.
There you go.
That's literally the epitome of them. you
Yeah,
know?
it is. It is.
If you
like,
need support, like it's like, probably to their fault to some extent, but they're always gonna help.
always,
You know what
always
I mean?
gonna
They
help.
don't care if somebody's in need or whatever. They're
Yeah,
gonna.
it doesn't
step up
matter.
and do
Like
it.
it doesn't matter what time of the day it is, what time of the night it is.
Mhm.
You know, they're just great at what they do. You know, so
It's good.
Yeah. My question for you is, what's been your favorite part about your journey at RedTree?
just the people that I meet and the relationship that I build. Excuse me, with everybody there. It's just like a different vibe. It's a different group of people, and just the friendships and the camaraderie that you build over time. Like me personally, like I like to like not reward per se, but take care of my guys. Like I'll buy them lunch, like my on-site guys, like once a week or once a month or whatnot. And it just shows that you care about them, and then they will work harder.
Yeah,
They just
it's a mutual respect.
yeah, it's a
thing.
mutual respect thing. And I get out there and work with them,
Mhm.
which is good, because if the boss can get out there or the account manager can get out there and work with you, then that's showing them, hey, we're a team, we're together. So that's really just the relationship that I have built over the years is really like phenomenal. So
That's awesome.
That's awesome. For sure. And then is there one project that has stood out to you over the years as well, like at all?
um yeah, I was over a project called Wilderness Lakes Estates, and that was really like the first like property, on-site property that Pete and Dave had given me.
Mhm.
And I worked there for probably like 6 or 7 years on that one property. And just to watch the transformation of it, of like what it was when we got it to what it was when I left,
Mhm.
was just like really phenomenal. Like,
Mhm.
but it ain't. It's really about everybody that was working with me, you know, and everybody working together to make everything look good and to make everything come out the way that it did. And I would say that that project was probably like the one that I liked the most. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because it's really a beautiful property.
Mhm.
So,
What was one of your hardest issues or problems that you were able to solve for an HOA?
oh man, that's a hard one right there. In reality, just like the way I try to communicate with everybody,
Mhm.
like on a personal level.
Mhm.
And if you can build a relationship with like the people that run the community,
Mhm.
then that is like head and shoulders above everything
Mhm.
else. Because if you have a good rapport, then everything runs smoothly. If you don't have a good rapport, and if there's a conflict or something, then this head's going to be trying to bite. You know what I'm saying? This head. So
Because those HOA presidents, a lot of times they're a different breed, you know.
yeah, you have to you got
You
to
got to
know how
stroke
to
them sometimes
you
too.
got to you got to know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? You got to put everybody on the same level. Like just because like one person is up here and another person is down here, really you should be on the same level. And you shouldn't like everybody should be treated equally. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So that's just how I try to
that's
treat everybody. And I really haven't had any issues as far as dealing with HOA people or CDD people,
Mhm.
just because I'm pretty much like a laid back person. Like I like to communicate, I don't like conflicts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I try to avoid all that.
Mhm. So you get a new account, right? What is the process of you taking that account, setting expectations,
Well,
surveying it? How's that process look?
the expectations come from the CDD
Yeah.
HOA people.
Mhm.
So you have to kind of meet their expectations,
Mhm.
but you have to do it in a way to where you're not like overexerting yourself
Yeah.
and going like killing yourself trying to make everything, because there's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't finish it today, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
But of course, we like to try to finish everything in one day. But you
So
know,
they see it and they're happy.
yeah, there's no need to rush a job to make it look like, you know, we just throw together.
Yeah.
When in reality, if you don't finish it today, you can always come back and finish it tomorrow and have a finished product, as opposed to having a half done finished product that doesn't look the way that they would want it to look. Or like me personally, I try to treat every house or every property that I do as if it's my own. So when I get done with that property, I want to look at it and be like, yeah, I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
You know? So that's how I operate.
That's how you should operate. Yeah. You don't want to go into something to try to rush it to get it done, to
Correct.
do a half,
Yeah.
half-ass job.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
then at
mean?
the same time, you don't want to make, you know, RedTree look bad.
Yeah.
You know, you want to make, because in reality, the work that you do is a direct reflection of yourself. But at the same time, it's a direct reflection of yourself and the company that you're working for. So if you do work that's not satisfactory, it makes you look bad, and then it makes them look bad. And that's just not acceptable. So
That's the truth. Yeah.
It's true. Let's see. Do we have another comment? Taylor Hadley said, "Love RedTree, amazing team and amazing owners."
amen. I mean, I just can't say enough about them. I mean, really, I can't. Like, I'll give you an example. Like my daughter, they would buy her a birthday cake every year for her birthday. That's just what they did, you know. And it was, to me, that was phenomenal. You know, to them, it's just something that they do. You know what I'm saying?
And they're very hands-on in that process too. It's not like, at least from what I've seen, it's not like they got other people going out and doing their stuff for them. They're pretty hands-on.
They
and wanting to make
get to work at like 6:37 in the morning. Sometimes they don't leave the office till midnight. You know, just answering emails, doing proposals, doing bids, doing all the hands-on work. You know, that's very important. You know, and they are dedicated and tireless workers. And like I said, I can't praise them enough. I mean, you just can't ask for better people. So,
with your experience with the sales process, what do they do that's better than everybody else?
they just pretty much stay out of the way, and like they let you handle your aspect of it. Like they put you in a position to where they don't have to do that, which gives them time to do other things, as opposed to having to worry about this and worry about that. That's what they have the account managers for, and people that work in the office, you know, to take the load off of what they have to do. They don't have time to answer 50 million emails a day about this or that and this and that. So
how do they acquire like new HOAs and CDDs?
word of mouth.
Word of mouth mostly.
Yeah, word of mouth. Like our company speaks for itself. Like we're like probably the number one landscaping company in this region or this area. And we have a lot of like really massive accounts that speak for themselves. So.
And how do you get good people into the door?
I'm sorry.
How do you get good people in through the door?
How do you get
hire?
Good?
Yep.
It's a hiring process. I mean, we just
you do a lot of advertising for it, or just recommendations,
and sometimes we do advertise.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's during the winter time. It's kind of like our slower season. So our company doesn't let anybody go. Like a lot of landscaping companies during the winter time,
and let everybody go.
They let everybody go. We keep everybody on. We don't lay off people. We don't let people go, because there's always work to do. Like we do a lot of mulching, a lot of sod work, just a lot of work that gets done during this time of the year that you really don't have time to do during the summertime, because the grass is growing, the hedges are growing so fast, and it's just a continuous circle. But this time of the year, you can actually kind of breathe a little bit and
catch up on those little things that you're kind of putting off.
Exactly.
Yeah. A little better for the guys too. Not so hot.
Not so hot. It's not 110 degrees.
Yeah, we deal with the same problems.
People falling out. Yeah. But at the same time, though, you know, like people do get dehydrated this time of the year too, because they feel like it's not as hot.
Yeah.
So they don't need to drink as much, which is actually the opposite. You actually need to drink because you just need to take it in. You're out there
Yeah.
working. You're not thinking about it. Oh, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's not
Just because
hot.
I'm not sweating as
Yeah,
much.
I'm not sweating.
Yeah.
So, but in reality, you still gotta have to hydrate yourself and take care of yourself.
Yeah, kind of the reason why I was asking that, because if you get good people, or if you get good customers by word of mouth, and if you get good employees and team members by word of mouth, you know that you're doing something right.
Yeah, you're doing something right. We
Yeah.
have people that leave
That's
other
the easiest way.
companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they leave other companies to come work for us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and that's because of our reputation as
Yeah.
as a unit.
Mhm.
So, and it doesn't hurt that that they take care of their people. In regard to like food trucks and
Mhm.
haircuts and Christmas parties and
Mhm.
and they're just family first, and that's
Mhm.
very important.
You
So,
know, like we talked about, I love that they use their DJ works for them. You know what I mean? So he's
yeah,
like, hey, instead of bringing somebody else in, why not give him?
yeah, we'll
You know
give it
what
to
I mean?
him. He's one of our guys that is a crew leader,
Mhm.
and he's a great DJ. Like he did a great job at our Christmas party. So
Mhm.
it's awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. What's one if you could go back to yourself 10 years ago when you first started at RedTree, what's one piece of advice you would give yourself?
Have an open mind.
Mhm.
Have an open mind because, like, when I was because they were Luke brothers before they were Red Tree,
Mhm.
and like one of the people that I was working for was kind of like not
Mhm.
he was a jerk.
Yeah.
Put it out there,
Yeah.
and but and I always told myself, that if I ever get into a position like that or a hire or whatnot, that I would never treat people that way. You know what I'm saying? Because in reality, everybody that works on a crew is a unit.
Yeah.
Everybody is an integral part of what they do, and you can't have one person like downgrading, talking. You never want to downgrade your people. You just
That's never gonna work.
it's never gonna work, and it's gonna turn them off to where they just don't care.
Yeah.
So like me, like he would always like put me on like junk work. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Me personally, I believe everybody should be adequate at everything.
Yeah.
So I like to rotate people, like put people on different equipment every day.
Mhm.
Because say like this guy doesn't come into work. So if he doesn't come into work, who's gonna run that machine or
Yeah.
who's gonna run that? So I let
Yeah, cross
everybody
train.
yeah, so I let everybody do everything.
Mhm.
So that way it's easier that way.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, we're reading in our book club. We're reading a book called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, and it's a lot about leadership. It's a lot about management. We're towards the end of it. We're on the last habit, but it's just about creating, letting somebody talk, let them figure out what they want, what they need, and conflict resolution. You put out yours and just figure out a solution together. It's not that hard, but some people, they don't want to go through that extra work. So they think being a dictator and just demanding stuff
correct.
is easier. And long term, you're never going to have anybody that's
No,
that's a player. A good A player will not work for somebody
no,
like that. That's what I try to
no,
push to my managers over and over. A good A player is not going to work for somebody like that.
no, they're not.
Yeah.
You gotta lead by
You'll get people
example.
that will work for you that are B, C, D
Yeah,
players, but a real A player will not
no.
tolerate
And you
something like
gotta
that.
have good work ethic at
Mhm.
the same time.
Yeah.
If you don't have good work ethic, then it's just for naught.
Mhm.
You should be proud of what you do at the end of the day. You should be able to look in the mirror and be like, man, I feel good about how I work today.
Mhm.
And if you don't, then maybe you're in the wrong business, or the
Mhm.
wrong line of work or whatever.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's see if I have any other questions. Um, like as far as giving back to the community, have you ever been a part of something with Red Tree that you've looked back at and been, it's touched you in a way, or you feel like,
well, like I was saying earlier about the Christmas thing that we had
yeah,
just did, um, just to see the smile that we were able to put on those people's faces, even though it was, $100 gift card.
mhm,
Like the gentleman that won, they didn't even know that we were judging.
Mhm.
Like we knocked on the door
Yeah.
and he was like, I'm on a phone call. I'm on a phone
Yeah.
call. And we were like, well, you won. We won. And
Yeah.
we were like, I won. Yeah, you won $100 gift card. Oh, I'll call you back. And he got off the phone and, and it was It was good though. They were they were older couple, probably in like their 80s, 70s, late 70s, early 80s. But their house was beautiful. Like they decorated the inside. They invited us in the house, and they had like the whole inside of the house was all decorated with Christmas and everything. And the second person that won was the $50 gift card, and they actually had, which was very touching. They had a mailbox that they had put outside of their condo for the kid to put in letters for Santa,
Yeah.
and they actually answer every one of those questions with either like a gift or a letter back to the child, which we thought was like exceptional, like
Yeah,
that going above and
that's
beyond.
awesome.
So it's very that was very heartwarming, to be able to take part in that. So
I have two more questions, and it's your fiance's here, right?
yes,
Yep. So you're getting married soon, right?
yes, soon,
Yep.
not
Yep.
soon, but
Soon.
soon. Yeah.
How important is it to have somebody like that supporting you on the back end? When you come home from a hard day of work, I guess can you talk on that a little bit?
I can, man. She's like the best. I could, but yeah, she's phenomenal. That's my best friend, so I can't ask for anything better.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She takes care of me.
You gotta have that support.
I do, and I get emotional.
Yeah,
So,
no, let it go.
Yeah. She's the best. So that's all I can say. I don't want to
No, you're good.
sweet.
That's sweet. Last question that I have. In the next 5 years, where do you see RedTree and where do you see yourself?
Well, hopefully I see me winning the lottery.
Yeah.
So that way I can pay for the wedding.
Yeah.
As far as with RedTree, I just continue to grow, just continue to grow as a unit, and just see where the stars take us, Everything's on an upward twin, upward. So I see myself, as the company grows, I grow, and that's just, we have so many things going on, that is phenomenal. And, like I said, I just want to see us grow and get bigger and stronger as a unit, and just keep the foot on the pedal, and just keep going forward. No brakes, all gas, no brakes.
Yep. You got to create opportunities for people,
Yeah.
the next RJ that's starting, that's,
Yeah. And,
on the edger and,
yeah, the more opportunity, the more jobs that we are able to get, the more people we can hire, the more people we can bring in.
yeah. Quality jobs, quality
job,
people,
quality
place they
equipment.
want to go. Yeah. Quality equipment.
They put a lot of their money back into their trucks, their trailers,
Yeah.
their equipment. You have to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
And
you guys keep your stuff pretty clean.
yeah, it's clean. We have people that come in and pressure wash the
Do
trucks.
you really? Yeah, because you don't really see that a lot in landscape,
No. Yeah, we
because you're around dirt all day long,
No, we believe in like keeping everything clean, and because once stuff gets dirty and stuff, stuff can tend to start to fall apart or whatnot. So it's better just to spend the money on the maintenance to keep everything clean, so that way, it doesn't. You don't have to worry about stuff breaking down.
Yeah, long term, it's always better. Yeah,
and plus that when you're driving down the road, it's a representation of the company. If you're driving dirty trucks, dirty trailers, people in the trucks and trailers look dirty or whatever, you don't want that. You want to have a clean presentation of who you are as a company, and so that's what we try to do.
I thought that was my last question, but I got one more, and I don't know if you'd be able to answer it or not. Is there a hidden meaning behind RedTree?
There is actually. Their trucks are red, and it's just a third generation thing. Their grandfather was in the Army, I believe it was, and when he moved back to New York from being in the military, he bought a small trucking company, and he ended up buying the trucking company and painting all the trucks red. So the trucks would drive around New York, and everybody would know that is what it is. So it just went from him to Pete and Dave's father, who also had a trucking company, and all of their trucks were red. So this is like the third generation of the red truck.
That's awesome.
So that's how the red truck. So that's how the red truck
They
came in.
stand out. I mean, versus anybody else. I mean, it's hard to miss. You
It's
know what I
hard to
mean?
miss,
Yeah.
and they're big trucks too. It's
Yeah,
not like
big. Yeah, they're big
it's not like the
trucks.
little, F-150 little trucks.
Mhm.
They have big dump trucks and like their arborist trucks are big. We have irrigation trucks. We have install trucks. Just every kind of truck that you can imagine for any kind of landscaping industry. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Well, yeah.
Yep. Joshua, is it Stadelman said, "Love us some RedTree."
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Landscape Dynasty. He's a fellow landscape.
Yeah.
David. Yeah, he does a great job. He's a
Yeah,
really,
we
really good guy.
appreciate all the messages that came across
Yeah.
and everything, and greatly appreciated by everybody.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. I want to real quick. We got Josh for They've Shot. Thank you if you're always here, setting everything up, helping us. Got my man Jesse over here, the Wizard of Podcast, helping us. We appreciate it. Yeah, there we go. And thank you for watching us. If you could do us a big favor, if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever, please like and share it. It really helps us with getting the word out there. So
Thank
RJ,
you. I
again,
appreciate y'all,
thank
man.
you.
Thank y'all for letting me represent RedTree today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
thank you.